I'm sorry, it's convenient for us because it appeases our sinful nature. It justifies our lifestyle. It makes us live in a way that's like, okay, I can mix some Bible with darkness. I can mix some of the light with darkness, and God doesn't work that way. But I want to say this too, to end on a good note. There is good news. Obviously, hell is bad news. It's dark, it's evil, it's horrific, and it's real. But God tells us about hell because we're born into it by default. That's where we're all headed by default. We're all sinners by nature. So it's not because you want to go there. You're headed there because you're a sinner by nature. But on the same token, once Jesus saved me and the Spirit of God came upon me, 2 months after my salvation, He gave me a vision again. But this time it was of the streets of gold, heaven. So there is good news. There's hope. An old friend of mine used to say, the gospel comes in two main points. First, Jesus tells you the bad news, and then he ends on a good note. This is the good news. I think he tells Moses in Deuteronomy, I put before you today life or death. You choose which one you want. So he always gives us a choice, right? 2 months after my salvation, I remember I was going out to do some evangelism, and I fell into a trance. Again, there's a difference between dreams and out-of-body experiences. And this was definitely an out-of-body experience. It was a vision. It wasn't a dream. My spirit again left my body. But this time, instead of going to the earth, I was immediately transported into the kingdom of heaven, the third heaven, right? Scriptures teaches third heaven, the highest heaven, where God's throne is. And the first thing I noticed when I was transported into that place was the streets of gold. I think Revelation speaks about streets of gold as transparent as glass. And all these things I knew, growing up in the scriptures, I knew all these things. It was just not real to me until I was actually there. So I seen the streets of gold; they were transparent, and it was just an endless walkway of streets of gold, beautiful. Just I knew it was gold because of the color and the brilliance of it. It was so vivid. It was almost like it had a life of its own. It was breathing. It was just an amazing experience. So I see the streets, the transparent